Some of the most exciting developments of machine learning in the last few years, I think, happen in the technology industry, and things like search engines and recommendation systems. Lots of data combined with increasing compute power led to great strides in how we access and interact with information. I think some of the exciting developments to come are going to be more in aspects like healthcare and real science, where we learn about the world through machine learning. I think that as for negatives of machine learning, when we deploy adaptive algorithms at massive scale across society, that can have emergent effects that we've of course seen in places like social media, where and so some of the negative aspects of machine learning, although I would call them challenges for machine learning, are to think about what those emergent effects might be, whether or not we want a society where those emergent effects are, and how to protect against them if we want to. So some good examples are, if we are using machine learning to automate things like giving loans to people, then we could be inadvertently adding bias and unfairness to our system for giving loans, and we of course would want to develop machine learning algorithms that don't contain that bias. And there are many other examples. So I think this is new for not just machine learning, but for computer science in general, that we have deployed computer science algorithms, which used to be esoteric programs that did one function for a handful of people, and we've now deployed them across millions and millions of people. That's going to have an effect, and we need to think about what that effect is. That's an important problem for machine learning and computer science more broadly. Where machine learning has had an effect on society, I think that's hard to say right now. We're still in the early days of machine learning broadly deployed. Like I said, its impact has mostly been in the technology industry, and its Netflix recommendations are nice, but it's hard to say that that's having a positive impact on society. That said, like I said, I think that it's coming in the next few years. Machine learning used to help in policy decisions and used to help in healthcare, to help us find significant scientific discoveries. I think these are to come for machine learning. Advice for an African student to learn about the state of the art of machine learning. One of the triumphs of the computational revolution is that we've connected all the computers, and knowledge is easier to come by. Not always easy, not easy for everyone, and that's something that we need to change, but it's easier to come by the best papers and books about machine learning. And so my advice would be to eat all that knowledge up. So read the archive and look at the new papers coming out about machine learning. Try to get your hands on some of the best textbooks about machine learning, like Chris Bishop's textbook and David Mackay's textbook. Look at the many, many online videos of top scholars discussing the latest ideas and their latest ideas in machine learning. I personally do that for fun. I don't have time to travel everywhere and see everyone I want to see speak, and so sometimes at night I'll look up a talk by Brad Efron or Martin Wainwright or Cynthia Dwork and watch them give a talk. A lot of this knowledge and expertise you can do in your own home. And then the second piece of advice, in addition to just reading and learning, would be to actually practice machine learning. And another amazing side effect of the internet and the availability of so much information, and especially open source software, is that it's not hard to download an interesting data set and immediately start running a machine learning algorithm on that data and see what happens, and then start learning about machine learning that way. So between reading and watching lectures and actually doing machine learning, which is really, some argue, the only way to learn in machine learning, there's a lot you can do just from your own home.